Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about the biofertilizers. We are discussing about the biofertilizers. So, biofertilizers mainly oscillatoria, nostoc, tolipotrix. Already we discussed these names: oscillatoria, nostoc, tolipotrix, alabina, nitrogen fixing bacteria. So, these are very helpful to growth of the plants. Why? Because they will provide the nitrogen to the plants, right? You know very well these all the things we already discussed in yesterday, and we will continue some more points about the biofertilizers. Observe very carefully from now onwards. So where these biofertilizers will be multiplied, so they will be multiply in the water-logged paddy fields where cyanobacteria multiply and fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So where it is, it seems water-logged. Okay, water-logged paddy fields. What will happen? It seems they will be multiply. Okay, multiply, and the molecular nitrogen, they will fix the molecular nitrogen. Okay, very important. It's a molecular nitrogen. Okay, molecular nitrogen, they will be fixed. Next, another important concept is what we are going to discuss about the cyanobacteria secrete growth promoting substances. So, cyanobacteria secretes what? Growth promoting. Cyanobacteria in blue green algae. Helpful to secretes growth promoting substances. What are the growth promoting substances? You know very well. Indole 3-acetic acid, auxins, indole butyric acid, okay, naphthalene acetic acid, amino acids, proteins, vitamins. These all are helpful for the plant growth and production. What are those? The cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, secretes growth-promoting substances: indole 3-acetic acid, indole 3 butyric acid, naphthalene acetic acid, amino acids, proteins, vitamins. These all are, what is the use of these all are? To helpful for the plant growth and the production of plant products. Okay, plant growth and plant production. So biofertilizers are commonly used in organic farming. Where they are using organic farming, very important word, organic farming. So biofertilizers are using in the organic farming methods. So what is organic farming? Organic farming is a technique. Organic farming is a technique, cultivation of plants, rearing of animals in natural ways. Organic farming is a technique, what do you call? Cultivation of plants and rearing of animals in natural ways. Understand or not? And which involves the cultivation of plants and rearing animals in natural ways. Natural ways. So use of biotechnology. So use of biological materials, very important. Use of biological materials and avoiding synthetic substances. Avoiding synthetic substances. Don't want any pollution causing materials. Only biological materials to maintain what? For what? Soil fertility and what you call very important, and soil fertility we can maintain, and ecological balance to maintain the soil fertility and ecological balance, minimizing the pollution and wastage. So what we have to use in the organic farming, we never use the pollution causing materials. We will avoid the synthetic substances to maintain why soil fertility and ecological balance and minimizing the pollution and wastage. What are the key features of organic farming? What is the features of organic farming? Very important nowadays, very demanded organic farming. So it's protecting soil quality using organic materials. So protecting the soil quality. Okay, by protecting the soil. Otherwise, if you use a chemical pesticides, fertilizers and chemical and everything, in the sense, the soil will get a soil pollution will get, and soil will become unfit. But here what we are doing, our organic farming main feature, protecting the soil quality using organic materials. Okay, and encouraging biological activity, encouraging useful microorganisms activity. Next, soil microorganisms, very important. Induce the protection of crop nutrients. So we can use the protection of crop nutrients. Okay, using soil microorganisms. So crop nutrients we are protecting by using how? By soil microorganisms we can protect the crop nutrients. Next, nitrogen fixing in the legumes. So soil using legumes, nitrogen fixing only, we know very well the soil nitrogen fixing is possible by the leguminaceae plants. You know, leguminaceae plants root nodules have nitrogen fixing bacteria which is very useful for the growth of the which one? The plant. Next, weed and pest control based on methods like crop rotation. So just there is no using what you call pesticides, chemical insecticide, nothing. Just weeds we are controlling. What you are doing? Just pest weeds and pest. How we are controlling? Just by using crop rotation methods. Means to this year one crop means next year one crop. Like that, if you do in the sense, automatically the pest and weeds will be die. So next, another important one, biological. Okay, biological diversity, natural predators, organic manures, and suitable chemical, thermal, and biological intervention. So, how can we protect our crops by crop rotation, biological diversity, natural predators, not chemical, organic manures, chemical, thermal, biological, little, which is very useful to the growth of the organic plants, organic farming. So that intervention only we will use to protect the which one, the our products, and to develop the what you call pollution free products from the organic farming. Next one, bioremediation. What is the meaning of bioremediation? So by using microbes, naturally occurring microbes, by using naturally occurring and genetically engineered microorganisms. What is the GMOs? GMOs means genetically engineering modified organisms. Okay, GEMS. What these two naturally occurring microorganisms, genetically engineered microorganisms, reduces or degrades the pollutant is called bioremediation. So it's a very less expensive and more suitable. Very less expensive means no need of too much lakhs of crores of rupees. Very rupees, very less amount enough. Why? To control the what you called pollution. Okay, there will be what you called less expensive and more suitable. So there is a two types of what you called methods are there. There are two kind of what you called grouped into two types of remediation is there. One is in situ bioremediation and ex situ bioremediation. In situ bioremediation and ex situ bioremediation. In situ means where the soil and water is there. There itself the cleaning and protecting and use for the next further use for recycling point of view. There itself. Where their site is there, there itself. Where the soil and water is there itself protection is there in the sense, are doing remediation in the sense that is called in situ remediation. Okay, treatment of contaminated soil and water in the site only. So in situ means what? Treatment of the soil and water in the site only, that is called in situ. Where the site is there, there itself treatment is there in the sense that is called in situ. Ex situ means the removed from the site and treated. So we can take off that soil and water from that site and we'll take back to one particular area and there itself treated in the sense that is called, what do you call, that is called ex situ bioremediation. In situ bioremediation and ex situ bioremediation. Okay children, observe very carefully. We are discussing about biofertilizers. Already we discussed. Biofertilizers means naturally forming. Okay, rhizobium is a classical example for biofertilizer. It fix the atmospheric nitrogen. You know, and some more blue-green algae, cyanobacteria is there. Some more water, though, Oscillatoria, Nostoc, Tolipothrix, Anabina. These all are nitrogen fixing bacteria which are fix the atmospheric nitrogen. What is the use of nitrogen? Nitrogen useful for the development of plants, for formation of proteins, plant growth substances. So many ways are there. So it's a very useful biofertilizers. So where this nitrogen fixing bacteria or cyanobacteria multiply and fix the element nitrogen in the sense water-logged paddy fields. Water-logged paddy fields where cyanobacteria multiply and fix the nitrogen. So which area the cyanobacteria will multiply and fix the elementary nitrogen? Very important. That is water-logged molecular nitrogen. What is called? Molecular nitrogen. Water-logged cyanobacteria. Okay, water-logged paddy fields where the cyanobacteria will be multiply and what they will do, they can produces the or they will be helpful for the fixation of the nitrogen. So cyanobacteria will be multiply where water-logged paddy fields fix the what you call molecular nitrogen. Next, the cyanobacteria, another important one, the cyanobacteria secretes. What cyanobacteria will be secretes? Number one, growth promoting factors or substances. Growth promoting factors. Cyanobacteria secretes growth promoting substances. Number one, indole 3 acetic acid, indole 3 acetic acid, indole 3 butyric acid, naphthalene acetic acid, naphthalene acetic acid, and amino acids, proteins, vitamins. These all are what? Indole 3 acetic acid, indole 3 butyric acid, naphthalene acetic acid, amino acids, proteins, vitamins. These all are helpful for the plant growth and production. Plant growth and production. Very, very useful for the plant growth and production. Next, organic farming. We are discussing organic farming. Very useful for the coming generation people. Organic farming means, so generally by using biofertilizers, without using chemical fertilizers, we can develop the farms or we can develop the plants. That is called organic farming. What is organic farming? Usually the use of naturally occurring and genetically microorganism, sorry, what you call biofarming, biofarming in the sense, organic farming in the sense, what I am telling is a technique which involves the cultivation of plants and rearing of animals in natural ways. So organic farming means the cultivation of plants and animals just in natural ways, without any what you called pollution causing materials, without using any pollution causing materials. Generally natural ways the cultivation of plants and rearing of animals is called what you called organic farming. So in this organic farming, the biofertilizers are used in the organic farming methods. Why? Because without pollution we have to develop. No, that's why biofertilizers will not cause any harm or any what you call pollution. That's why biofertilizers useful in the organic farming methods. What is organic farming means? Without pollution causing agents or without any chemicals, natural way, very natural way, rearing of, very natural way, rearing of animals. Okay, rearing of plant, cultivation of plants and rearing of animals is called organic farming. Natural way, cultivation of plants and rearing of animals is called organic farming. Okay, children. So cultivation of plants and rearing of animals in natural ways is called organic farming. In organic farming, they will use biofertilizers. In organic farming, what they will use? They will use biofertilizers. This is important. So use of what organic farming they will do? Use of biological materials and avoiding the synthetic substances to maintain why? What? Soil fertility, ecological balance, minimizing the pollution and wastage also. So that's why very important organic farming is very useful. So what are the futures of organic farming? We are discussing organic farming futures. Number one, we can protecting the soil quality using organic materials and encouraging biological activity. So first feature is protecting the soil by and quality, soil quality by using organic materials and encouraging biological activity. Soil is the very important resource for the plant growth. You know very well, soil quality should have to maintain. So in the organic farming, we don't use any chemical fertilizers or chemical pesticides. So only biological fertilizers and natural fertilizers. So that's why there is no problem in the quality of the soil. So by organic farming, we can protect the soil quality using organic materials and encouraging biological activity. Next one, second point, soil, okay, soil microorganisms, okay, helpful to improve the crop nutrients. So indirect provision of crop nutrients using what you call soil microorganisms. So we had to develop the crop, what you call soil microorganisms. Why? To improve the crop nutrients. Very important, those nutrients. Those nutrients we can get by the soil microorganisms. They are useful for the growth of the plants. So crop nutrients, microorganisms are very important for the what you called for the next crop growth. So that is possible by the what you call the organic farming only. So indirect provision of crop nutrients using soil microorganisms. So crop nutrients we are providing through the soil microorganisms. Next one, nitrogen fixation in soils using legumes. So nitrogen is very important, right? So nitrogen fixation will be, you know very well, in the soil will be takes place by using which one? Legumes. By using which one? legumes means leguminous plants, peas, okay, peanuts, such kind of family plants, leguminous family plants produces the fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, what is the use of nitrogen? Just now I said or not? It's a growth point of view, very very useful. What you called like nitrogen, and also another important weed and pest control. Weed and pest control based on what you call crop rotation. Okay, based on methods like crop rotation, biological diversity, natural predators, organic manures, okay, chemical, thermal, and biological, what you call chemical, thermal, and biological, what you called interventions, chemical, thermal, biological interventions we will use to control to develop the organic farming. Okay, what you will do. So weed and pest control. So weeds, unwanted plants, pest who will damage our crops. So we have to control. How we can control without using chemical pollutions and pollutants and fertilizers and everything? Just simple crop rotation, biological diversity, natural predators, organic manures, chemical and thermal, biological interventions. Okay, so these all are we have to use what we call to develop these are the common features or key features of organic farming. Next, bioremediation is there. The use of naturally occurring microorganisms and genetically engineering microorganisms. Genetically engineered microorganisms are there, so they reduce and degrades the pollutants is called bioremediation. Naturally occurring microorganisms, genetically engineered microorganisms, okay, very useful to reduce or degrades the pollutants is called bioremediation. It's less expensive and more sustainable. Less expensive and more sustainable. Okay, so in situ bioremediation means inside where the contaminated soil and water is there itself cleaning, and there itself what you called treatment is going on in the sense that is called in situ, in the site. Ex situ means taking from there and removing the from the site and treated in the sense that is called ex situ bioremediation. In situ and ex situ bioremediation. Like this, the microorganisms not only useful for the household products like curd formation, ghee, what you call cheese formation, yogurt formation, and industrial alcohol formation. Okay, so many benefits are there. What are the so many benefits? We can produce the vaccines. We can produce the what you call useful single cell proteins by spirulina, and we can treat the what you called sewage water, and we can treat the what you called even very useful biofertilizers. We can use as a biofertilizers. We can use biopesticides as a biopesticides. What are the biopesticides we discussed? Bacillus thuringiensis, bt, is there or not? So many what you called benefits are there by the help of the which one, the bio microorganisms. So without microorganisms we can't clean the sewage water. Without microorganisms we can't what you called clean water, everything. So microorganisms are very useful in the industries, in the sweets making, in the milk products making, toddy. Okay, so many benefits are there by the help of the microorganisms. So what another point is, some more points are there, that is microorganisms involved in the bioremediation also there. Microorganisms involved in the bioremediation we will see. Okay, observe very carefully children. We are studying about microorganisms involved in the bioremediation. So how these microorganisms controls the what you call the pollution, especially how they will be what you call degrades the pollutants, we are going to check. So degradation is very important. Aerobic microorganisms. Aerobic means in the presence of oxygen. Some aerobic microorganisms degrades the pesticides and hydrocarbons. Degrades the pesticides and the hydrocarbons. Very important. That is the aerobic bioremediation. Aerobic oxygen important. Next, one of the great scientists, Anand Mohan Chakravarti. Oh, Anand Mohan Chakravarti. It is called the Pseudomonas putida bacterial strain. Pseudomonas putida genetically engineered microorganism. It's a bacterial strain which have multi-plasmids. You know, chromosome circulate, double circulating vectors are there, or not DNA, genetic material vectors. So, the multi-plasmid hydrocarbon degrading bacteria which can digest hydrocarbons in the oil spills. Where they can digest the waste materials, oil pills. Hydrocarbons are digested by this bacteria. Once again, aerobic microbes in the presence of oxygen degrade the pesticides and hydrocarbons. So, Pseudomonas putida, one of the bacteria, genetically engineered microorganisms, means altered microorganism, first got patent about this genetically engineered microorganism Pseudomonas putida, right? Anand Mohan Chakravarti. It's a bacterial strain. He got patent about this strain. It is a multi-plasmid hydrocarbon degrading bacteria which can digest the hydrocarbons in the oil spills. So in the ships, through the ships while oil transporting, anything wrong, the oil will be spill on the water. So that oil, how can we remove? By using Pseudomonas putida, and we can control the pollution. Next, Nitrosomonas europaea. What do you call? Nitrosomonas europaea. Very, very important. This is also one of the important bacteria degrading benzene. Degrades the benzene and also halogenated compounds, organic compounds. Nitrosomonas europaea. Nitrosomonas europaea. Nitrosomonas europaea degrades the benzene, halogenated compounds like what? Trichloroethylene. What do you call? Trichloroethylene. Okay, remember this one. Trichloroethylene and vinyl chloride. Trichloroethylene and vinyl chloride. Next one. Iodinella sarchiensis tried for the Iodinella sarchiensis currently tried for the recycling of polyethylene plastics. Iodinella sarchiensis tried for the recycling of PET plastics, which by using which enzymes? PETase, polyethylenase and MHETase. So these are the enzymes which is helpful for the breakdown of PET plastics and also what is called terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. Terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. These are the enzymes PETase and MHETase, enzymes to break down of PET plastic into terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. Next, anaerobic bioremediation. Anaerobic microbes in the absence of oxygen degrade the what is called pollutants. What are those best example? Dichloromonas aromatica. Dichloromonas aromatica degrades the benzene and anaerobically degrades the benzene and oxidizes into what you call toluene and xylene. So anaerobic microbes in the absence of oxygen also they can degrade the waste materials like benzene. How? So what is that bacteria? What is that one? Dichloromonas aromatica degrades the benzene, then oxidizes to toluene and xylene. Next, Phanerochaete chrysosporium. What is called? Phanerochaete chrysosporium. Anaerobic fungus exhibits strong potential for bioremediation of pesticides, polyaromatic hydrocarbons, trinitrotoluene, cyanides. What is that? What is the most important one? The anaerobic fungus. What is that one? Phanerochaete chrysosporium and anaerobic fungus exhibit strong potential for bioremediation of pesticides, polyaromatic hydrocarbons, trinitrotoluene and cyanides. So carbon tetrachloride, etc. Dehalococcaids. The dehalococcaids, very very important. Dehalococcide species are responsible for the bioremediation, anaerobic bioremediation of toxic trichloroethane to non-toxic ethane. Next, another important cetalitiotopsis. This is a very important cetalitiopsis. What do you call cetalitiopsis microspora? It's an endophytic fungus. It digests the polyurethane. Okay, digest the which one? Polyurethane. This what you understand from this? This makes a fungus is a which one? Fungus is the most important to control the plastics. Okay, fungus has the most powerful candidate in the bioremediation to control the what you call pollution causing plastics and other chemical substances. Okay, children, microorganisms involved in the remediation. Aerobic microbes, oxygen. Okay, in the presence of oxygen degrades the pesticides and hydrocarbons. And Pseudomonas fetida, one of the strain genetically engineered microorganisms discovered by Anand Mohan Chakravarti. The strain got he got patent on that particular strain. It's a multi-plasmid hydrocarbon degrading bacterium which can digest the hydrocarbons in the oil pills. Next, Nitromonas europhia. Nitrosomonas europhia degrades the benzene halogenated compounds like trichloroethylene, vinyl chloride. Next, Iodinella sakiensis tried for the recycling of PET plastics by using PETase and MHETase enzymes to break down PET plastics into terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. So anaerobic microbes in the absence of oxygen, so they will be degrade the plastics. What you call one of the bacteria Dichloromonas aromatica degrades the benzene then oxidizes into toluene and xylene. Next, Phanerochaete chrysosporium anaerobic fungus. Phanerochaete chrysosporium and anaerobic fungus exhibit a strong potential for bioremediation for pesticides, polyaromatic hydrocarbons, dyes, trinitrotoluene and cyanides. Next, carbon tetrachloride also. So these are very important. Next, dihalococcide species. Dihalococcide, what you called? Dihalococcides species are responsible for anaerobic bioremediation of toxic trichloroethane to non-toxic ethane. Toxic trichloroethane to non-toxic ethane. Next, Stellothiopsis microspora. Stellothiopsis microspora is endophytic fungus digests the polyurethane. So like this, harmful substances will be converted into harmless substances by using these microorganisms. Especially fungus plays a very important role in this bioremediation process. Thank you, children.